Fagguettes and tea.
Hi everyone!
Sorry, D.
Starting with the house! And welcome to
Fagguettes and tea.
How is everyone doing?
Why are we in pink?
We are...
Oh, very good question.
Very good question. We are in pink because...
Pink is not my favorite color.
I can tell.
What a hater you are. That's why, when's the last time you had a Pinkdot?
I actually watched the live stream of Pinkdot during COVID. So like,
Wow.
That's the closest you've been
was
to Pinkdot.
Virtually.
I love Pinkdot.
Hi everyone, welcome. You guys have been missing us. Yes, it took us a while. Live happened.
Oh, drama,
Four of us, in
trauma.
fact. One was, being a globetrotter. The other one decided to take a time out. And I just got busy, like really busy with life.
Wow.
Lots of things happened. We will be talking about that quite extensively. And
Cue delusions.
and my fiance has been very busy serving the day. Never mind. Okay,
Thanks.
anyways, welcome to episode number 7. We have come a long way.
Wow. Okay.
That's right. And we're wearing pink because it's Pride Month.
Everything has to be pink. This
That one is more of a peach, but okay.
That's not pink.
Nice flag.
Tea fusion.
I just color correct for him later.
You know, I find it very weird that like you have a pin on your chest because I would be terrified of like putting a shirt with the pin
On your chest.
into the washer, and then like your shirt will be ruined, and then you will spoil the
He can
washing
afford it. He would
machine.
just buy another shirt.
I would not do that.
But anyway, welcome to episode number 7, and we are all wearing pink. We're celebrating the month of Pride.
It's been 3 minutes.
And of course, it's in Singapore's context, it is the month of Pinkdot.
So with Pride Month, I want to test out my new joke.
Oh my
because
god.
last night I actually went for the first Pride Month event.
Oh
I'm
wow.
not sure if it's the first, but I think
First for you.
It was marketed as the first, and it was the first for me. Because like I went to this party at a very heterosexual place.
Oh.
At a rooftop. So it was marketed as like a pride event.
Is it the time where all straight people are jumping onto the bandwagon or being
Allies.
I actually think that it is very bad because it was marketed as a queer-centric event, but
Okay.
when I was there, I was, I think,
The only gay in the village.
10 gays in like 200 to 300 people at the bar.
So what was so gay about it?
So it was marketed as a glam bash. So like the first thing that you think of is like, oh, super queer, super flamboyant.
Feathers, glitter.
It's gonna be lit. I mean, there were people who were lit, but like majority of the people there were either expats or they were like just straight. So I thought that like we could pass off as straight acting bitches, and we were quite successful. Like my friend and I, there were 2 girls who were hitting on us.
What?
And I was like,
You must be really, really
this
blind.
is our time to get free drinks.
From girls?
They actually invited us to their table.
Oh.
And
Was it a private one?
They asked us, hey, like my friend's really interested in your friend, and I'm interested in you. Like, do you guys want to drink with us? And we're like, well, of course.
He had his shades on probably.
Oh,
I did not have my shades on.
Oh.
But
how
Were they drunk?
Which were you?
Maybe they were drunk.
Were you?
so I was told that so I posted a photo and I got comments that like, oh, that's so thirst trap, and I wasn't even showing my body. So like,
You had body.
anyway,
Oops.
so my friend and I, we were at the table, and the girls poured us drinks.
They were all over you.
This drink, and I was drinking, and my friend took out his Gaga shades and he started wearing it.
Oh, so those were real.
The minute he wore his shades, the girl
Kicked you out.
my drink and asked, "Are you guys gay or straight?" And I'm like, well, I'm gay, but I can't say for my friends.
Oh my god, they kicked you out from the table immediately.
She took back her drink, and I was so pissed off. I almost bought a bottle of champagne to, just to not offer her a fucking drink.
Such allies.
But was that a funny story?
It's not funny. It's a little bit atrocious, to be honest.
Yeah, first of all, the whole establishment,
yeah.
Pride friendly, and then after that you have people who claim to be pride friendly, and then after that you see a gay person.
I think it's funny they couldn't recognize that you're gay, so they had bad radar.
Which shell did they come out of from?
But if you had seen me last night, you would think that I was a dashing straight man.
Until you open your mouth.
Until I'm like,
Peacock. Quack, quack, quack. That's the sound you make.
Very that. But speaking of Pride events, I'm very honored to actually say that I started off the month of Pride very successfully, of course. I've organized, in fact, before I go to my event, in fact, Sam and I did our very first voguing class.
Oh my god.
Yes, and that was a very, and it was on the 2nd of June, it was a Friday.
Yeah.
It was organized by the House of Kasikants, and I think they deserve a shout out because they are a very dedicated and passionate bunch of people who are out to share the greatness of ballroom culture,
Their crafts
and they were very, very welcoming. For me, my biggest my intention obviously was to understand about that part of the community, which it's new to me. I mean, I've been out in the scene for more than 15 to 18 years. I've been partying since 15 years old. I'm sorry, 18 years, 20 years old.
keep that out.
But ballroom culture was something that I never heard up to
Post.
recent.
Yeah, up to post, right.
So, and to know that there is this community out there and they are sharing the greatness of this community, I think it's great, and I wanted to be a part of it. And I'm a voguer now.
Oh, is that why you're not going to Kiki Ball on 7th of June?
I didn't have to go to Kiki Ball because of work.
Conflicting
schedule.
schedules.
How to vote and do a dip. Do you know how to do that?
It makes you think I don't know how to do
Can
that.
you show us right now?
Or duck walk.
I know how to duck walk as well.
Okay, but I want to say we have seen videos of Bhas and Sam voting.
Oh my
I
god.
will post it in this video.
But I think
No.
only one of them can do it.
Shut up. Newfound respect for voguers, really. It's really difficult. Like there's so much leg power you need to do all those things.
That and on top of that, it was more of expression. It was
Yeah,
more expression
yeah.
that you exude. Like when we were taught how to just be yourself.
I can't.
You can be femme, you can be masked, but at the same time you just want to be in the element of who you really are, and I think that really makes that experience unique.
Yeah, they created a really comfortable space for
There were a very interesting group of people who came as well. There were I think there were some straight people. I think there were definitely gay people as well. There were lesbians. There were trans as well. Trans sisters there, and it was great. It was just really an eye-opening experience. Yeah.
Cool.
And following that, I had my party.
Yeah! Let's talk about the drama that only 50 people showed up.
No.
Dare you.
So again, I'm stealing the limelight, guys. I think this video is going to
Maybe it's your podcast or whatever.
Yeah, so I decided to organize a queer reggaeton party, and
That I thought was reggae.
Reggae.
And okay, here's a funny story. Because I mean, as Bhas friends, we had no choice but to be his doorbell and Lokies was
For free.
his DJ.
I haven't got paid yet. I'm still gonna get paid.
You might have to
I
wait.
will pay you. Everyone has not paid already except you.
Wow, how does that help?
So Sam and I were at the door, and we were obviously trying to support the event, and we were selling. We were we were working, okay. So obviously part of our jobs at the door was to upsell and to get people who were there to come for the event. And I was like, hey, there were a few people. This was held at Projector X at
The cafe, Handy Road, yeah.
So there were people who just left the venue and they were about to go home. So
yes.
So I was trying to sell the event and ask them in, and they were asking me, oh, what kind of music do you play? And I'm like, oh, it's a
reggae
night, reggaeton. And then Bhas heard that and he came over. He was like, reggae is not reggaeton. And I was like, oh, what's the difference?
I obviously hired the wrong person.
Yes, sorry.
We did not hate, so
And that's why you
We need an SOP.
Yes. sweet memories will hold what happened.
He did a great job.
Yeah, but you were emceeing for the event.
It was my debut as the hype man.
Hype fat.
Hashtag high five.
Thank you for giving me that opportunity. Now I can be a hype fact for Baby Boy.
No.
Yeah.
Still very one-sided.
But
okay.
obviously, you were very honest about the fact that you didn't know the difference between reggaeton and reggae, and you got called out, you got schooled by the crowd, which I think was great. It's an experience.
It was. Okay, honestly, I was shaking. It was terrifying. I didn't think that, hyping up the crowd would be so difficult because I really had to, I guess, work with the DJ, and it was very nice to like see Lokies in his works, even though he didn't know half of the song as well. Let's talk about that.
That's nothing else.
Don't know lah. What you want to say? Well, he still put it off.
In his defense, I think he was just in his element and in your crowd.
Yeah, he put it off just like you.
You did very well. You did very, very well.
You know the beat match. But the person who actually really surprised us was my sister.
Yes.
Props to her.
Shout out to Nish.
Who wants to be known as DJ
Shrishti.
That's a stage name. Who was debuting herself as a DJ.
Woo.
She did an excellent job.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
The beat were matched.
We have not seen that side of her. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
It's amazed.
It did not sound like
Amazed.
Spotify like when we first heard Loki's debut.
Anyway, so that party was great.
No comments.
I mean, I'm using this platform to obviously let you guys know that it is gonna come back and it's gonna be very it's
A regular thing?
A regular thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you guys for
All the love from
for
people.
coming over and enjoying yourself. The highlight of that night for me was people coming over to me telling me that how safe they felt in that space, and that's everything that I aspire to do, to give them that safe space.
On this note, I actually have a point about straight establishments marketing themselves as a queer-friendly event spaces. Because it's exactly like the safe space that queer people try to create when we throw events or when we throw parties, right? So if you're like a prominent straight establishment with a very regular straight crowd, I guess you have to find a way to not be overtly open about branding an event to be queer centric, because then you would attract queer people to the space, but then they would be confronted with a space that is not safe for them to express themselves. So I just thought like that was a point that I wanted to highlight from my experience last night. It was so fun though, like the music was great, so props.
Good point that you raised. But does that mean any establishment? I mean, it's the talked about point, right? Like, hey, month of June, all establishments are going to be, hey, we are pro-gay or we're pro-LGBTQ, and then after June, everyone forgets about that.
I think the point is about bringing in queer culture into queer events that you are trying to organize at like a conventionally straight place. For example, if you are doing a glam bash, like actually invite drag queens to perform and like let them headline the show, so you allow these queer icons to attract the crowd that it deserves, as opposed to just slapping the idea of glam bash to your marketing post and then hoping that like queer people will show up, but in actual fact they won't, because like there is nothing to show up for. Right.
Were there any like decorations? Like, was the place put up in a very gay, LGBT friendly? It's just the same.
It's very infuriating because I think in the caption it was talked about as to kick off Pride Month, we are doing glam bash, right? But when I was there, like I felt
just the same.
Nothing like glam. Not glam. It was glam.
Okay.
Like, full on glam, but there was nothing queer about this.
Okay.
Yeah, just a point.
Right.
So that being said, what do you guys think about establishment jumping on the bandwagon?
We know if you are faking it. That's all I can say. I think we have to. I think as gays, I think we have come to, especially with how progressive things have been, I think we have that ability to suss out. We wouldn't just like support a brand just because they support Pride Month in the month of June. But like, you know, I don't know, for me as a consumer, like, I kind of know what, I don't know, maybe it's my little special power, but like, I just know, like, if you're truly authentic about, you know, being supportive of, you know, not just LGBT, like, in general, or not just Pride in general, but like, you know, other subcultures, or a completely going against the grain kind of like a culture. For example, Nike has always been like that from day one. So when they have their Be True Pride collection, like, I know it's authentic because like that's always been their brand. So it's easier for me to, like, you know, it's also because that's all I wear. So
it's your uniform, right?
no, but like, yeah, I would think Google is authentic. I would think Apple, I mean, come on, Apple Tim Cook is like ruining the gays, like ruining the fabric society with a $3,500.
Oh my God!
Did you see
How dare you?
this meme where there was this lady wearing the Vision Pro, and there was nothing in her house because that was the only thing.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
All she needs is to see in the VR.
Yeah, that is a great idea. Actually.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like we are able to suss out a little bit better now. For example, that establishment. I mean, I wouldn't even think that they would do something like that because I never heard of them being vocal about times when they need to be vocal about things. So for them to just do something like that, like,
okay, but that said, I just want to also highlight that the organizers of that event was actually by a queer person, and I think he's openly queer. So honestly, props to that, and I think the intention is good.
Yeah.
But you just have to think about how to create, like, say,
more
queer
right.
spaces
More
at, like,
thoughtfully,
a very, very prominent space that is dominated by straight people.
Yeah, I guess even if you want to just hop on the bandwagon, you need to at least
Do a bit
some
more.
thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Great sharing. I like that. But I just realized something different in this table. Everyone's mic except my mic is a little different.
So we're always talking about you.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah. What's this?
About this mic birthday present that you got me. Although I wish it was
Oh, not for me. I didn't buy it.
It's just for me.
Yeah, it's just them.
from the
What was the inspiration behind this?
Oh.
It's just like a special mic for your special things, like
Yeah.
your comedy mic, which you didn't even use.
It's too heavy. It's too heavy.
It's given. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like that's just in case you guys don't know, I do stand-up comedy, and it's
becoming a
very
promo
evil
video.
move for me to go and say I will only use this mic. My name is Christina Aguilera. Get this, fix it.
But you are that delusional anyway, so what?
Maybe a bit more?
You're like that with us. Why suddenly with with other people you can't do that?
Maybe
Don't expose him.
well, I might do this on the 22nd of June or even on the 24th of June.
Oh, go for it.
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh my God. Did you guys see the latest Pinkdot video? This year's video?
Oh, this is really a promo video for him. Okay, go on.
Bhas. Yes, we have seen it.
It's great.
Video. Junfa,
Yes.
did a fantastic job.
Yes.
Maybe cheer. And like this whole, the storyline behind it, it's
Okay.
fantastic.
It is a great video. It is a great video.
Yeah.
Very believable. Like, you would think like all of them are real, like, families.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the whole concept about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Someone said that they thought that the families featured were real.
Yeah, I would have thought
People
so.
thought that the son in the video was
Is his
the
son?
I actually remember. So in case you guys don't know, I was in the video.
But my only comment to him was that Bhas is fit to be a dad right now because he's so delusional.
I can be a dad if I want to. But anyway, yeah. So
That's a daddy.
yes, I was in the video. Let me just briefly run through how it all unfolded.
That has been what happened for the last 10
I
minutes.
got a DM from this guy, some random guy called like Jun Feng Bu.
Oh my
God.
How dare you.
And then he said like, hey, I'm doing this thing, and it's for Pinkdot. I want you to be in this video, and I'm like, well, I mean, let me check the schedule, check with my agent.
So the truth is you were screaming.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Screaming in the toilet.
I love Jun Feng, I love you. I was in the toilet when I saw the DM screaming.
I was shocked. I thought, what happened?
And he was like, what the hell are you screaming about? And I'm like, I got a text from Jun Feng, and he wanted me to be on the in this year's Pinkdot video. Real talk, I have always envisioned myself being in a Pinkdot video. Like I always told myself, I want to be in that video for one of the year. So I had this video call with Junfeng, and I actually told him, Junfeng, this is a manifestation come true. Like I actually wanted to be in the video, and now here you are talking to me. And Junfeng was lost first. He was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know,
That was your peach.
well, he's soft spoken. But I went, and this is my way of you know, just wanting to be a part of this this year's effort to for Pinkdot basically.
Yep.
And speaking of which, yeah,
Yeah, if we go a few years back, you had that iconic photo, right, at Pinkdot.
yes, a few years
with
back,
the flag.
somebody, this really talented photographer shot a photo of me waving the pride flag, and in fact, Pam Uy, Pam Uy, she reached out to me because she wanted to use that photo in one of her short film, and or one of the films that she was part of. And I said yes, definitely, please make use of it. And fast forward to today, I'm in the campaign video, and it was great. And like you said, people believed that the entire cast were actual real families, but they were all actors.
Yeah. My honest thoughts about the video was that when I first watched it, I actually teared. I mean, like I teared when I watched all of Pinkdot's like past campaign films, because I am a huge fan of like Jin Feng's works, and I always think that like he finds a way to like, you know, inject like a real human touch to all of his works. But this this year's Pinkdot's film was very heartwarming, because they actually released like different versions in different languages.
Yeah.
And it is so nice to watch, because in the film like there were 4 different representations.
That's right.
So if you watch the film and you hear it in Tamil, you would think that it makes sense. Or if you watch the film and you hear it in like Malay, it still makes sense. And I thought that's why it was so
good.
like, nice and so inspiring.
I love the Chinese translation. I thought it was really well done. Yeah, all the text and words used were very sincere. Yeah, really touches your heart. Yeah, so good job, really good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Impressed.
Thank you.
You did your translation.
We love everyone but you, Bhas.
Anyway,
you were in the film?
yes,
Oh, you didn't know that. We forgot. I thought it was never mind.
Don't anyhow name other people. So rude.
Anyway, so we have come so far. It's been 15 years since the inauguration of Pinkdot, and this is gonna be a new leap forward. What do you guys hope to see in this upcoming years? As in, like everyone, like, you know, people can actually say, oh my god, like you're repeat already, so what's next? What's next for you? Like, why you're still doing it? Repeat already.
Militant gaze.
Leave us alone, you know? Like, so why are we still holding on to this campaign?
As a reminder, as this is never over. It's just because we have progress doesn't mean you stop. You can't. Like even in the US or in Europe, like you have like it's super normal, it's super open, but you know there are still like you know discrimination. It's always going to be here. It's always going to be here, and it's important that we have this every year. I want to even use you know it every day. You know, like Pride is every day. It's not just a month. It's not just a day. It's every day.
Yes.
And if you are openly gay or openly whatever, I think, and you're comfortable with that, and I think you should definitely. I mean, I'm not saying you have to remind everybody you're gay every day, but like
shout it out on the streets.
You do this. Yeah, in your own ways and actions show that even with your difference, you could still be just as good or even better than you know what everyone says normal is, and that's supposed to be an everyday thing. It's just not every month, not an every year thing. But of course, I mean we go through like we have these periods to really like draw much more focus into it, which is great, absolutely. And yeah, we gotta remind it. Like we gotta remind everyone that we're still here. We're always gonna be here.
I mean, the repeal is just, I mean, legislation, right? But I guess it's more of like, I mean, that could change any time, but it's more of like getting more growing acceptance and understanding from everyone in the society. And I think it's more of showing that even through these different diversity, it's all still a common core. It's like it's a common Singaporean core that we have. So that's just a reminder every year. But yeah, every day it's something that we should do. Yeah.
No, actually, I echo the same views. I think that
Always.
it is important to be seen and to be heard, and it serves as a reminder that our spaces are not always there. And
you can't take it for granted.
And we have to always show up to ensure that we create the safe space for other queer people to exist and express themselves. But my controversial thought is that I think that Pinkdot has also kind of created a microcosm of like
A bubble? It's like a bubble on its own?
and
Okay.
a singular community where if you do not conform to like the majority of who's in the LGBTQIA spectrum, you may feel left out. But that said, I think that Pinkdot as a group has tried and has also been working on a lot of outreach programs and outreach events to ensure that all subgroups within the huge spectrum of what being queer is being included in this narrative. But I think as individual queer people, we have to perhaps also be conscious about making sure we don't exclude people from like the narrative of what it means to be queer in Singapore. Because I mean, if you talk to like Chinese gay men about what it means to be queer, they might just say, "Oh, I actually don't experience much discrimination as long as I don't tell people openly that I'm gay," right? But for some people, being queer is a visible thing, right? Yeah. So there are different privileges that different groups within the LGBTQ community experience through like what they have lived. So I guess my small reminder is just for us to always be inclusive about everything, like being a slut.
Oh, so that was your point. Great. Do not delete this. Keep this in. Yeah.
Such a big thing.
What a long story just to like get acceptance for that.
Yeah, just for me, being a part of this campaign, what I've experienced is that we all have families and we should be respected with the fact that we do have our own parents that we're the same people.
Yeah, we just form the fabric of the society, right?
Absolutely. And going slightly beyond that is the fact that hey, perhaps we too can actually start a family as a queer unit, as a couple. Yeah. So I think this is our movement henceforth.
Do you think that you guys are ready to have kids?
Okay, I guess in the words of my sisters, I want to have fun with my life. As in, like, I wanna enjoy life, definitely. But if I can offer something to a child, or if I can actually raise a kid, given the capacity that I have, I will do that. Yeah, cool.
She looks bored.
Love kids.
Sure.
That's what you say when you say you love dogs.
I don't like dogs.
Also,
Why do that?
That is going to go in. Let's wrap things up. It's as we were talking about my involvement.
yeah, it was a whole promo video.
I've only said like 4 sentences in this podcast.
As always,
Babes, I mean, you were literally hogging the microphone the whole time.
how dare you?
Can we talk about how delusional you are?
Go on.
So, okay, do you think that you are delusional?
No.
That is a definition.
Honey, I've met people who are delusional.
And they
It's the delusional people who go far.
Okay.
Alright?
Hmm?
Out of the 3-4 of us, who is
Are you gonna quote a Lady Gaga thing that used story?
and 98 people don't believe in you. There's a one
It's 100. It's 100 and then 99. Oh my god, get your stories right.
unnecessary. Anyway, yes, I'm delusional, but my delusion will get me far.
Okay.
On that note,
Okay.
I want to thank you guys for watching. It's been a great conversation with you guys, and happy
Just
Pride.
listening. Mostly
Listening
I'm not sure. We're just listening.
to his promotion.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Yay!
Gays, I mean queers, gays, lesbians, bisexual people, they exist, okay? Transgender people, everyone, we
It's
love you.
very uncomfortable. Cut that out.
What are the
That's so bad.
This last segment is terrible. So thank you
Yes.
for watching.
Happy Pinkdot.
Happy Pinkdot, happy Pride, and we are the.
Spread the love. Oh,
Fagguettes and tea.
This is okay, alright.
This needs a lot of editing, yeah.
Yeah, that's your job.
Oh my god.
Are we only filming one episode today?
Yes. What else?
Just one.